soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. Who's on with me? Who's on with me?
On the car, it's like a weekend at Bernie's, and baby, you with the car. I'm about to get it poppin', call a Uber, cause I'm a scuba. Dive while he driving, shot it, rocket, and I maneuver. I know you like it when I put it, yeah. Maybe you should bring a friend along, yeah. Now, I got paper, and I ain't gon' chase you, baby, I'm gon' take you down. Now, come on, shake it, baby, turn that around. I'm like,
oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. Who's on with me? Who's on with me?
I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Vikings going up against the Chargers. With that, let's get you out to San Diego. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
America's finest city on about as fine a Sunday afternoon as you're ever going to see. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Minnesota Vikings and the San Diego Chargers. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Four yards remaining now on 2nd down. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to... That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down deep into San Diego territory. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The starting lineup for the Chargers of San Diego. Who are we discussing out of this unit, Charles?
A big guy out of Arkansas. Their tight end, a second-round pick, Hunter Henry. Many people had a first-round grade on him. Thought he was the best tight end coming out of the draft. Has the ability to get down the middle of the field, get into the seams, and knows how to find dead space against the defense and create plays.
A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
And they'll run it here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And a look at the Vikings defensive unit.
Linval Joseph is in a hurry to get his name mentioned as one of the top defensive tackles in the game. I think he's accomplishing his goal.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well. But I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running it, partner.
No, they were bottom of the AFC, 2nd to last in the entire NFL. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Third down, still 14 yards left. And he motions the wide receiver. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Black round. Black round. Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go. What? 9. Here we go. Press 38. Press 38.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And this seemingly endless drive continues. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
They'll set up to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And they give this time to the tailback. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
First down, Bridgewater. Going for the deep ball. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense. Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still
No
yardage. Okay.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
They only needed a yard, instead went backwards. Pulled in at the 24. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they timed it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense. Third and long for Bridgewater. It's caught by Treadwell. And he's taken down, but not before he gets us into enemy territory across the 40.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
And time for us to take a break here in the booth. We'll come back to San Diego after this timeout. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go. Tagger.
In motion is the tight end, Graham. Second down, Bridgewater. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And this is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Laquan Treadwell, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point try now for Walsh. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, what a move. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go play action here on first down. Going up top. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They come out here in the eye. Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. And the wideout in motion. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get the... Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 3rd and short yardage, Bridgewater. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And how about this, a fake? Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
Always enjoy a good fake, but I really enjoy it when he throws the football from punt formation. Now, you were a kicker and a punter in high school. Did you ever do that?
One time, threw to my man Tim Jones on a botched field goal attempt. Hit him right in the numbers, and Jonesy just dropped it.
Oh, the poor guy. Well, we had a fake punt here, and this guy caught it, so...
Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A second down throw for Bridgewater. Flushed out right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
First and goal from the 8. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. So we have come to halftime, and what's...
Yeah, that's perfect. 2, Davis, deep. Hey, I got to go.
Okay, and sorry about that. Didn't know Larry got cut off early. We are back and ready for the third quarter. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. He'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Halfback sent in motion. They'll look to throw here on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he motions the wide receiver. Now they'll run it on the toss. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Really nice connection on the corner route. This is a play where the receiver wants to set up the defensive back by moving him inside and then breaking back to the corner.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
In motion is the tight end, Graham. Second down, Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for. I see an extra DB on the field now for San Diego.
Yeah, indeed. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They just do get the play off. Now Bridgewater. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The Vikings send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds. Well, they held them to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at them. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll come out in the pistol. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We all know how important momentum is in a game, and when an offense decides to take a deep shot downfield, they're trying to create a big play and put doubt in the defense's mind the rest of the ball game. And in this case, the defense won the battle, batted the ball away deep downfield. So guess what? The momentum now quickly shifted from the offense taking the shot to the defense knocking it away, and now they feel like they might be in control. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
And now a first down following that long gain. They go play action here on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. They'll let their receiver run it out of the Wildcat. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They come out here in the eye. They come up in an offset eye. And they'll go on the ground. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the one. And we're back now in Mission Valley and San Diego. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1.
Let's go! What? 90!
It's a quarterback sneak, and he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll step away and come back to San Diego after this. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Back near the goal line, Bridgewater. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold it, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. First down, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way down to the 35. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Second down and 4. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it, rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know the rule is, first guy hold up the runner, everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. That is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Their dangerous wide receiver with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. 38. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
And the wideout in motion. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. They come out here in the eye. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it. And the defense did exactly that.
Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. Back to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late.
Here we go. Ohio.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
Flex round. Flex round. Here we go. Flex round. Flex round.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Come on, let's go. Red 38. Red 38. Ohio. Here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll lose yard. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. In motion is the tight end, Graham. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got some space here. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. Down to a knee goes Bridgewater, and that ought to do it. Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal. A A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Minnesota, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from San Diego.